Okay. Now, what I'd say is this, that if God is just and you've done no bad things, then you could reasonably say to God, I deserve some sort of reward. Like, we could say to an employer, I did so much work for you, so I deserve my wages. Fair enough. And he could say, right, I give you life, and I ensure you can get food, and you were born and raised in England, one of the best countries in the world. The greatest country in the world, we could say. You've had your reward. Now, what I'm talking about is something that God is saying, everlasting life is what you get. Now, to get everlasting life, there's nothing you can do, no matter how good you are, that can merit everlasting life. Because all you can do are finite things. Me too. Yeah. Now, you don't want everlasting life. Here's where God doesn't give you everything you want. You see, it's like saying, though, I don't want 2 arms, or I don't want the faculty of hearing. You are what you are. You are a person, a human being. You say, I wish I were a dog. I'd be covered with fur. I wouldn't have to dress every morning. And other things, right? But you're made a human being, and that's the constraint under which you have to operate. And being a human being means you have an immortal soul. And so you will either be in everlasting life or everlasting damnation. God wants you to have everlasting life. That's what you're made for. You're not made just to eat and so on, because you've got this soul which is immortal. So he's made you for the purpose of everlasting life. And this 70 or 80 years or whatever it is just a stage. So, with everlasting life, you need to be, watch out, it's alright, it's the with everlasting life, you have to get something that you can't get through your own merits, because you only do finite things. You need something that's infinite to give you that finite thing. And the infinite thing that you can rely on is the infinite sacrifice of the infinite one. That is the second person of the Holy Trinity who became man, took the name Jesus, and died for you. Through accepting that second person of the Holy Trinity as your Lord, you're accepting the whole Trinity as your Lord, and by living in accordance with the will of the Trinity, and uniting yourself spiritually with that Trinity through the Mass, the Eucharist, receiving his body and blood, you then, being one with God at the end of your physical life, can be joined to God forever. That's the Catholic faith in a nutshell, but it's the only way to get everlasting life.